Once you open it, you have something like this. Are we following? You have something like this. These are what? Are the charts. So this is what we have here. In this case, we will be looking at what? The many parts of this MT4. So we'll start from the head. Remember, we've already opened an account. We just finished installing this MT4. For us to log in our account, be it demo or live, we will come here. This is where what we call file. You come to file. You click on file. You go to what? Log into a trade account, meaning you already have a trade account, be it demo or live. You click on log into a trade account. You put your account number, your trading account number, put your password. Then you select the server. If it is a demo account, you select demo as your server. If you are logging in a live account, you select live as your server. The essence of clicking this, save your account details so that you're repeating it anytime you want to log in. But if the system is not your own, maybe you want to log into a friend's system or you went to a cyber cafe to do this, please make sure you uncheck this so that your details will not be stored in that particular computer. So if it is your personal computer, your personal system, you can check this so that you don't need to be repeating the login details every time. So once that is done, you click on what? On login. Once you click on login, you will be watching this place. You will be watching here. You can see there won't be any figure here. This tells you that you're already online. These are what? Data. If this is telling you no connection or invalid account, if it's telling you no connection, check your internet connectivity. But if it's telling you invalid, it means your password or the server or your account number you imputed is wrong. Maybe you chose a wrong server, or the password you imputed, or the account number you typed is wrong. So these are the steps to take to correct when you have invalid accounts here when you log in. But to everything being all right, you should have something like this, and the connection updating the data. So that is, by the way, we move on to, okay, under this file, we have some other things here, but we've picked the main thing, which is what? To log into a trade account. Okay, one beautiful thing about this MT4 is when you bring your cursor, your mouse on any of them, do what? To tell you the name. So even if you go to view, you see, choose which language you want to see things, all these tools bar, and so on and so forth. Then you come to insert. You have indicators, you have lines, all these things we have here. Look at them here too. Can you see? We all have them here. All the things you have inside this insert, arrows, and all those things. You have them. We have them here. So tools, charts, window, help. Now, this is what creates new charts. Like I said, if you bring your cursor on any of these, it will tell you what? The name. The essence of this create new chart is if the currency pair, that you are seeing, the chart you are seeing, and the one you want to trade on is not showing here, For example, this is Euro USD, and maybe what you want to trade is USD JPY, for example, and you can't see it here. You come to create new chart. You can see USD JPY here. Once you click on USD JPY, can you see? It has done what? It has created a chart of USD JPY. So that is meaning of what? Create new chart here. Then this is what? Profile. These are all the profiles we have. Then this is what? Market watch, which is what we have here. If I click on this market watch, it will hide this. Watch what will happen now. Can you see? It has hidden it. So this is what? Data window. This is it here. Data window is a kind of a, as the name implies, it keeps record of everything on the chart. So any information you want to get without struggling, you will get it from what? From the data window. Maybe you want to know the opening price of the current candle. Once you bring your mouse on the candle, it will show you from the data window. You see the date, the time, the open, the high, the low the candle has made. If you have any other indicator on this chart, it will also give you the value of those indicators. Then we have what? Navigator. This is the navigator now. The navigator houses your account number, be it live or demo, and what? Your expert advisor folder, your indicator folder, and so on. Then we have terminal. This is terminal. Terminal is where you see your trade, where you close your trade, and where you view other of your trading activities. Then we have strategy tester. Strategy tester is actually meant for you to test your expert advisor, which we normally call robots, or another indicator you want to know how it works before you start applying them in your live trading. With the help of this strategy tester, you will be able to do what? To test that particular indicator or that particular expert advisor, which we call robot, before you start using them on your live account. It's very, very helpful. We have what? New order. New order is where we place buy or sell, and we're able to change our volume, put our stop loss and our take profit. This is what? New order. This is it, new order. Once you click on new order, you bring out the new order window. This is where we either sell or buy, depending on what we want to do at that particular time. We put our stop loss, we put our take profit, we choose the volume, the lot size we want to use. If it is pending order that we want to place, we choose the pending order from here. We choose our type, our ask price, expiration, and so on and so forth before we click on place. But if it's market execution we want to do, we just do it here. All these things are done from new order window. Then this is what? This is MetaQuote language editor. Maybe you want to edit something, you want to edit your robot. This is where it can actually be possible for you. Then this is for you to register for your virtual server, for those that want to link their trading accounts on a live server that will be running without any interruption. People that does this are most of the people that trade with expert advisors. Then this is where you want to register for a signal. Signal means for you to join the trade of another professional trader. So whichever trade that person executes will automatically be executed in your own account. Then this is auto trading. This is where you activate or deactivate your expert advisor, your robot. As it is read like this, any expert advisor here will not work. Any expert advisor on this my chart will not work. But if I click on it now, this red will change to green. You can see now, that means if I have any expert advisor, any robot here, it will do what? It will start working. Then this is bar chart. If I click on it, you will see how it changes what is here. This is what we call what? Bar chart. This is what we call candlestick. If you remember, I said if you bring your cursor on them, it will tell you their names. Bar chart, candlestick. This is what? Line chart. Are we following? So this is what? Zoom. If you want to increase the chart, this is if you want to decrease. You choose according to what you want. This is if you want to make all my charts here. If I want to make them to be in block form, I will click here. This is if I want to, as I am online now, if I want to scroll back to previous dates, if I want to scroll back to previous dates, it will be difficult for me because the market will keep on updating itself. The market will keep on updating itself because I am online. So, but for me to be able to achieve that, I need to deactivate this. We call it what? Scroll the charts to the end on thick incoming. For me to do what? For me to deactivate it, I need to click on it. I need to do what? I need to click on it. Now I've deactivated it. I can scroll back to anywhere I want without interruption, without the chart bringing me to the present price. Can you see? I've been scrolling without what? Any interruption. But if I activate it again, you will see this chart will come back to the present candle now. Watch what will happen. Can you see? It's back to the present candle. Then this is if I want to see, maybe make a projection, especially when I want to draw a trend line, make a projection in view of what I am thinking of the market will do, in anticipation of what I think the market will do. So for me to like look into the future, I will click on this particular shift end of the chart from night border. Can you see? It has given me what? More space to do my projection. Where do I think the market will go down more, or where do I think it will go up? So it's giving me opportunity to make my projections. If I don't want it, I will still do what? Deactivate it. Now, this is indicator. Indicator actually means a guide. Indicator means what? Guide. The essence of indicator is for it to guide us. We have so many of them, but my advice is any indicator you want to use, please make sure that you've studied it. Let nobody tell you that this indicator is better than this. The person telling you that this indicator is better than this is because the person has mastered that one. You too, try to master your own. So we have what? Many indicators available for us to use. Are we following? But any indicator that a friend gives you or you bought by yourself online, or you customize by yourself, after installing it, you look for it under custom indicator because it has been what? Customized. So you will see them under what? Custom indicator. Then, but the default indicators that came with the platform will still always be there. But why I'm explaining this is after you install an indicator you bought online or a friend gave you, and you start looking for them under this trend, oscillator, volume, Bill Williams, you won't see them there. So the only place you can see them is to go under custom. That is where you will see your custom indicator. I remember what I called custom indicator. What I called custom indicators are indicators that did not come with the MT4 when you installed it. Those indicators that you bought online, those indicators that a friend gave you, or those indicators that a programmer programmed for you. Now we have this time frame, or we call it what? Periods. We have what? Different time frame. M1 means 1 minute, H1 means 1 hour. All these time frames, you choose the one that you prefer. But what it means is any time frame you choose, you will be seeing how the market is reacting according to that particular time frame. Any time frame you choose, you will be looking at the market reaction according to that particular time frame. If you want to look at market reaction according to 4-hour basis, you choose H4. If you want to look at market reaction based on daily, you choose D1. If you want to look at market reaction based on 30 minutes, you choose M30. So all what you will be seeing is market reaction according to that time frame or that period you've chosen. This means a market you think that is buying on a lower time frame can actually be selling on a higher time frame. But because you are on that particular time frame, that is what the market is doing as of that particular time. So don't get it confused. You do what? You choose a time frame that you prefer. Are we following? You choose a time frame that you prefer. But whatever will be happening, whatever the market will be doing, will be based on that time frame. And another thing is, this candle will now be forming every of that time frame that you've selected. If you select 30 minutes, that means this candle will be forming every 30 minutes. If you select D1, which is daily, that means in a whole day, just a candle will form for you. So when you look at the formations of the candles and the way the market, the price has moved, you'll be able to say that according to this time frame, this is what the market has done, or this is what the market is doing according to this particular time frame. Then we now come to what? Templates. Template is very helpful to us, especially when we want to have some changes on our charts. Template is a prepared formula which you ought not to be stressing yourself preparing again whenever you want to use it. It means it's what is already done. When you say that you have a template of how you do things, means you sat down, prepared it. All you need to do is whenever you want to do that, you just pick that formula and you execute your formula. So you don't need to start from scratch, preparing it at every point in time. So in this case, template is very good for us. For example, as we have this particular USD/JPY now, I will do some things and I will save it as template. So like this thing here is called grid. I will remove it. Watch the screen. For me to remove it, I will right click I can remove this grid. Can you see it? I will remove it. Can you see how the chart looks? Looks smooth. So if I like it this way, and I want all my charts to always be this way, without grid, to always be smooth, then if I want to also separate yesterday from today, I will just press from my keyboard, Ctrl Y. Can you see? This is yesterday, this is today. So do you see two things that I've done? I've cleared my chart of grid, and I've also included period separator. So this is yesterday, this is today. Now I'll save the template. I'll come to template, save template. I can choose to call it grid. Are you following? So I now have a template like this. Now I want to open another new chart, which is, let me, a Australian dollar versus US dollar, which is this, AUD USD. I don't need to start afresh to start removing grid. I don't need to start afresh to choose a candlestick. You can see how it is now. I don't need to start afresh to start to increase it from here. Are we following? So all I need to do is just to go to template, because I already have it as a template. I'll click on load template. I'll choose my template. Remember, I called it grid. And I'll just, can you see? I've loaded my template. So I don't need to start from scratch to start removing grid, put period separator, which is this separating days. I don't need to start again. I've prepared it as a template. So this is how template works. Where you have your indicators, everything gathered in one particular chart, and you are okay with the way you assembled it, you understood it very well, all you need to do is to do what? To save it as a template. So that if you want to add it on another chart, you don't need to start from scratch. All you need to do is just to do what? Go to template and load it, and it saves you time. I hope we understand this template. Then we now come to this market watch. This market watch is actually what houses all the tradable instruments that a broker offers. In some cases, you might be looking for a currency pair or a particular instrument from a broker's chart, but you may not see it. What you need to do is to come to this market watch, right click. Once you right click, click on what? Show all. When you click on show all, like I said, all the tradable instrument that broker offers will be what? Will be updated. After doing this, remember you must have your internet active before you do that, because that is only when it will do what? Populate everything. So once you've done it, anything you did not see here means the broker don't offer it. Are we following? So you have both indices, CFD, index, currency to do what? To make choice from. You have your bid and the ask price also. So it's left for you to do what? To make choice of the instruments you're looking for. And these are their bid and their ask prices. Then we come to what? To terminal. When we come to terminal, there are basic things you are looking out for. Trade, account history. Account history is where all the trades you've placed, everything concerning your account, the profits you made, the losses you have incurred will will be here. This is where you have all the details. Since the account was open, all the profits you've made, you can do what? You can have them here. This is news from your broker, mail from your broker, and then this also what? Expert advisor. Remember I said anything expert advisor means robots. This is where details of how your robot's actions are being recorded. Then journal is everything that happened during the time your chat is active is being also recorded. Then sometimes we open our chats and the column we will have there might be something like this, alerts. Then you remember you're in a trade, but you're looking for how to close your trade. You can't see your trade, but you know and you're very sure that you have an open trade running. In this case, you will be confused. How do I close my trade? Maybe your only option you have is to call your teacher or your forex coach to help you out, that you can't see your trade. Why you cannot see your trade is because the column opened is not your trade column. Remember, this is what? Alerts column. So all you need to do is, in such situation, check which column is opened. So anything that concerns closing of trade, checking your trade should be on what? On trade column, which is this. So if I want to do what? If I want to close my trade, I must be able to be on my trade column. That is when I will see my open trade and I can be able to do what? To close it or to modify it or to do anything I want. Then after closing my trade and I want to make sure that what I clicked, my trade that is in profit actually closed in profit, I will check my account history and I will check that particular trade and I will make sure that what? It actually closed as I wanted, or it closed very well. Are we following? So these are what? The things we will see under terminal. I don't know if you have any question. It's now time for me to entertain question. If you have any question, please, let's ask our questions. If you have any question, let's ask our questions, please. Okay. In absence of any question, I will encourage us to open an account, then go through all these MT4 environments that I've talked about and see how we can maneuver around them. Then I also want to mention some of the tools here. This is what we call crosshair. When you pick your crosshair, I love using this crosshair a lot. I use it as ruler. It's very useful for me. Very useful. Very useful for me. I'll just pick the crosshair. Then, if I want to measure anything, I will drop it where I want to start. Then, hold my normal mouse down. I'll hold my mouse down. Not if you're using your laptop, the normal clicking button, hold it down. If you're using an external mouse, just hold your mouse down and drag. But if you're using a laptop, your normal button is what you are supposed to hold down. Not your normal, which is supposed to be left click. Now you just hold it down and drag it to anywhere you want. So when you drag, you are dragging according to what you want to measure. For example, where it is now, we will start from right. The right gives me the price of where it is now, which is 0.7092. The one following it is how many pips covered. How many pips covered here is 48, not 488. Is what? 48. So if I choose to approximate it, which is what? 49. The essence of ignoring the last digits there is because this broker is 5-digit broker. If we look at the price after decimal 0.70922, we actually had 5 digits there, which told us that this broker is what? Is a 5-digit broker. In 5-digit brokerage, we are advised to ignore or approximate last digit of price gotten from a 5-digit broker. Are we following? Is what? We approximate it. So this is it. So in this case now, we have to drag this one again. This is what we call vertical line. In this one, we just drop it where you want. This one is what? Horizontal. You just drop it where you want. So for you to remove it, to delete it, you double click on it. You double click on it. When you double click on it, you will see the white dot. You will see the white dot. The white dot, what it actually does, look at this white dot. What it actually does is to enable you to be able to delete it. After it has appeared, you right click, you will now see option to delete. The same thing is also applicable here. You double click on it, the white dot appears here and appears here. Right click, and then you have option to delete. Then this is what we call trend line. When you pick your trend line is used to project the movement of the market or movement of price. In situation where you are projecting an uptrend, you start from the low and drag to the top. In a situation whereby you're projecting a downtrend, you start from the top and drag down. But one thing is what we must have in mind. Trend line must have of 2 connecting points. Minimum of what? 2 connecting points. Means you cannot just draw a trend line like this. Can you see? This is just a single point. No. For me to draw a good trend line now, I must connect it to what? point, which means this and this. Are we following? So if I want to draw a downtrend, I have to pick. Remember, this one is an uptrend because I started from bottom to up. Then this is what? I have to start from top and drag it down. Can you see now? I have two connecting points. 1, 2. So this is what? This is a downtrend. This is a what? Uptrend. Are we following? So this is how we draw our trend line. At least minimum of what? 2 connecting points. A trend line does not stand on its own. It does not stand on a single point. It must be at least what? 2 connecting points. Then we have what we call what? Fibonacci. Okay, sorry, let me tweak equidistant channel first. Okay, for me to delete this trend line, I have to double click on it again. You can see the white dots. I will now right click and delete. I'll double click, I'll right click and delete. Then I have this equidistant channel is actually 2 parallel trend lines. So when you see a market, you see that the market is what? Is running what? Is in a channel. They are what? There are 2 parallel trend lines. You can see this now. Let me delete it and take it one more time. So depending on how you are drawing it, you have to do what? You have to set your channel, but this is what it is. Is what? Is 2 parallel trend line. So it's the market touches it up, bounce back on the lower channel, goes up to the upper channel, bounce back to the lower channel, moving like that in direction. Say that what? The market, the price is moving what? In the channel. It can be up channel, it can be down channel, and it can also be what? A sideways channel. When we talk about this, is looking at this. This is what? Up channel. So let me draw. This can be taken as what? As a down channel. Then this can be. Okay, sorry. Let me remove this. Can you see this one now? This is what? I can call this one what? Sideways channel. So let me now have my uptrend channel here now. Can you see now? This is what? This is what? My up channel. This is my sideways channel. And this is what? My down, my bearish channel. Now, we now have what we call Fibonacci retracement. Fibonacci is actually one of the tools we use to check price retracement points. When the market is in an uptrend, we look at where their resting points could probably be. And when they are at their resting point, they are expected to continue doing what they've been doing before. For example, when we draw our Fibonacci like this, do you understand? We have all these zones, all these points as what? Retracement points. Remember how I drew this? Because I looked at this, I said that in my mind, to me, is what? Is an uptrend. Because looking at it from here, what has happened, it did what? The market went up. So I can equally call it uptrend. Is an what? Is an uptrend. Are we following? The market is what? Is on an uptrend movement. So I can't just say that this is what? This is a downtrend, looking at the charts from what I'm saying. That is why I started from bottom. I started from low and I dragged it what? To high, to the top. So this is what I did. I started from here, from the low, and I dragged it up. Remember, when I'm dragging, I'm holding down my mouse to drag. Remember? So that is how to drag. So I now have all these points. I now have what? All these points. So when I have all these points as what? Currently is what? Is on 38.2. Are we following? This is how to do what? How to draw of what? Of an uptrend. How to delete it? You double click on this red, line to give you the same white dot we always talk about. Once you see the white dots appearing, you can now right click to have option to delete. Then if it is a downtrend, if it's what? If it's a downtrend that you want to draw your fib, if it's a downtrend that you want to draw your fib, let's say from here now, looking at it from here to where it is currently, is what? We can say is what? Is on a downtrend. We start from top and we bring it down. Can you see? I started from what? High to what? To low. This is how to draw what? Fibonacci of what? Of a bearish trend. Then we now have this text. Text is what? Just maybe you want to write something here. You can see what is the name. I can decide to call it what? Training. Then what do I want to write? I can write introduction to MT4. Can you see? So, and that is it. Can you see? So, introduction to MT4. That is what it does. The same thing with what? With this. Draw text and text. Now, this is what? If I want to make a diagram here, or I want to spot a particular thing, I can use this. I can use this. I can use arrow or something like here. So that is what it is. I actually do you understand? So whichever one you're using, you don't know what they are for. So anyone you pick, any of your choice, you just pick it. It depends on where you want to keep it and what you are trying to explain. Are we following? So that is it. Then I think we are done. This is the same period as we have it here. So thank you very much, and do have a wonderful day. Bye.
All right.